What's going on, guys? This is Damien from the Lookout and welcome to my SSB Vegito guide. Yes, today we'll finally go over the black BT25 cards, all like 3 of them. Yeah, and like we'll just go over SSB Vegito cards. That's what we're gonna be doing today. This deck got some amazing buffs. And guys, if you wish to play this deck, you can do so at our locals at every single Friday, 8 PM, Central European Time, free entry, proxy legal, open to all regions. So if you wish to participate, go join our Discord, the link is in the description below. And of course, a huge shout out to the Coffee Club, our lovely patrons. These are our $2 and up patrons. They buy us coffee, they keep this crazy content grind going, and guys, thanks all for support. If you wish to join the Coffee Club, link to a patron is in the description below. And I think that's about everything. Roll the video! As with all of our videos, let's start with the breakdown. So, SSB Vegito finally gets new support. The SSB Vegito is a starter deck, and when it came out it was pretty cool, but it just kinda lacked pretty much consistency. Like, that's what it really lacked. And now it got some amazing support. We're gonna do an archetype breakdown. As always, I'll show you some lines of play, some interactions, and then I will show you a deck list and we'll just wrap it up with a summary. Let's go. Let's start with the leader. Okay, so Son Goku and Vegeta. This is the starter leader. I'll be very brief because most of you know this one, but every video is someone's first video, so let's go over it. Phenomenal frontside, activate main, you look at top 5, you grab 1 Black Saiyan with a cost of 6 or less, and then you shuffle the deck. So you'll have a lot of possible targets, and the awakening is always gonna happen on turn 2, which is pretty standard nowadays. On the awakened side, he is SSB Vegito Shining Warrior, and this one is deceptively powerful. When you read it the first time, you're like, okay. But nah, it's really good, because first off, you draw 2 cards per turn, which is amazing. Auto once per turn. If you have your Z extra out, when you use a union skill, you draw 1. When he attacks, you draw 1. So you just kind of keep plussing here. On top of that, you can buff a black Vegito card by plus 5k for free, which is always great, and he works on himself because he only says choose up to 1 of your black Vegito cards. Doesn't say a battle card or a leader card. So as far as the leader goes, this one is really solid. Now let's go over Vegitos, right? There are 4 of them. We have a double striker. So 2 came from the set. The first 2 that you see, they came in the set. This is a double strike Vegito, and we also get a blocker Vegito. The blocker is a free union, which is great because for free you immediately trigger the leader's ability to draw 1. That's cool. The double striker is pretty good because we need Vegitos with skills, so this one just kind of fits the bill. Then you have the one that you get in the starter deck. This one is a semi-dual attacker. Also pretty good. Free union fusion, amazing. And then you also have an SCR as a finisher. I don't really think that you'll be using this one, but if you want to go for a very thematic build, this one fits the bill perfectly. The first card from the new support is my Fusion Warrior support. This deck finally gets a cantrip. It's something that it has been missing a bit, and this card is really good. So activate main, limit 1. If your leader is this Vegito, and you send this card from your drop into your warp, that's a really cool part. Because turn 1, you play her. When your opponent attacks, you combo her, you charge her into the Z energy, and then you use her to play your Z battle card or your Z extra. And then when she goes to the drop, you can use activate main, send her to the warp, and then during this turn, the next time you use activate main on Trunks Future under a black My Future Z battle card, reduce the skill cost by 1. That's cool. So Trunks plays you your Goku and Vegeta for free. That's like the big part. So it's a more consistent way of setting up very early on, and that's something that the deck really needed. We also get a counter, and this one is really good because it is Goku and Vegeta. Now, please note, in order to play these Vegetos, you need to have a black Goku and a black Vegeta, not Xeno versions, normal versions, and those are really, really rare in the color. So this card is amazing. Right out of the gate, it's amazing. It's a free negate. Just negate the attack and play this card. If your leader is this leader, you may activate this card's counter from your hand without paying its energy cost. So it's a free 20k negate basically. But the big thing is that it is both Goku and Vegeta, making it easier to play your next Potara card. Finally, we have a new SSB Vegito card. First off, this card looks sick. Like, this card looks phenomenal. 8 cost, barrier blocker, EX evolve. Okay, limit 1 for 1 black. If you have 3 or more energy, black Vegito with an energy cost of 6. So you don't Potara into this one, but you evolve it on top of your other Vegetos. When this card is played, draw 2 and switch it to active mode. So just to paint you a picture, when you play, let's say you union one of the free ones, right? So for free, you draw a card from your leader, you draw a card when you attack with your leader, so let's say that's already 2, and then you pay 1, you evolve into this guy, and then you draw 2 cards more. That's really, really good. And activate main, he's 25k. Activate main if your leader is this leader, and you reveal this card from your hand, and you discard 1 card from your hand. So you have to reveal it and discard 1. Play up to 1 Son Goku or Vegeta card, both black and with an energy cost of 1, from your drop into rest mode. So it's another way to play a Goku and a Vegeta or a Vegeta, so you can just easily go into this card, right? It's basically a way for you to already have one on the field and then just use the ability, get the next one, Union Potara for free, do your things, then pay 1 and go into this card. Like, it's really, really a lot of value. Now let's check out the deck list. Okay, so I'm here once again with Deck Planet. You know the drill, the best deck planet in the world for Masters, Fusion World, One Piece and Star Wars. Now, let's quickly go through the list. So, we are running the standard package. You need to run Goku's and Vegeta, of course, otherwise you just, I don't know what you're doing. Then 3 copies of Mai, you can bump this up to 4. Please keep in mind I made this list mid-spoiler reveal season, so it might not be super viable at the moment. But it is a good, starting point. 4 copies of Goku and Vegeta, because you need them. That brings you up to 12 targets for Union Potara. 4 copies of the Vegetos, like basically all of them, except this one is like 2 copies. Like the Double Striker, this is the only one that's not free. That's why I'm keeping him at 2. You can probably bump up the numbers a bit. And of course 4 copies of the SR. Then we are playing 2 copies of Vegito Powers combined, just for extra draw, because you can draw 3 cards when you go into this guy. Basically what he does, doesn't matter that he's blue, just please don't charge him. So when you play this card, you draw 1. And if this card was played by Union skill, draw another card, and then your leader triggers, and then you draw 1 more. So you've paid 1 energy to go into him, and you just drew 3 cards. It's amazing. 1 polymorphic Potara, which is great for getting your fusion pieces. 3 copies of the counter, because you have to run the new counter. You absolutely have to. 4 copies of the super combo. 4 copies of Cumber to remove barrier cards, 1 copy of Vegeta because it's one of the better overwhelm cards in the game at the moment, 2 petrifications, 2 support with the Dark Empire, 2 power bursts because you can get one of your One Piece 1 cost card. Oh my god, I almost said the name of the shitty card game. So you get one of the 1 drops out with power burst, 1 butt crack in space time, so that you can just surprise beat your opponent, and let's say that you're using the Vegito SCR. You will probably be using Evil Saiyan, but let's keep it thematic. For the Z deck, pretty standard, 2 copies of the SSB Vegito Unison. I think this is the better Unison for the deck. The Migro is very, very strong, but the Migro just kinda doesn't work with the game plan of this deck, so you're just running this one instead. 2 final Kamehamehas because you need it for some of your effects. 2 Gokus to help you kill your opponent, 2 Trunkses and 2 Mice, basically. So yeah, the link is in the description below, and that's the deck. Before we end the video, let's quickly jump into the summary. The new support pushed SSB Vegito into the realm of very viable decks. This deck was always cool, but it was never really viable. You know, like you could take it to the locals and you could take it to regionals, but you would get stomped by other decks, at least at regionals. At locals, you can do very good. The deck always had limited fusion pieces. The new support fixes this issue. It gives you a new fusion piece and it gives you new ways to go into your big fusions, right? The deck still won't be an actual meta deck, but it now has most of its issues solved. It needs just a bit more. Like if it can get just a bit more power, I think this deck could really explode. And we know that it's getting an alternate art leader in the anniversary box, and it's getting new support in the anniversary box. So keep an eye on this deck. Definitely keep an eye on this deck. So we'll see what future holds for SSB Vegito. That's it for the video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped for SSB Vegito? Are you gonna give this deck a shot? Have you been testing it already? I mean, everything has been revealed by now. Some of you have probably already tested the deck out. Let me know in the comments. I read all of your comments. I try to respond to everything. I love our little community. And while you're here, share the video, hit those like and subscribe buttons, help us get to 6k subs when I'm gonna give away a booster box. This has been Damien from The Lookout, and I'll see all of you in the next video.